So in our first segment, we talked about the principle of specificity that we want to get as close to what happens during a match in our training. And the next thing we want to talk about is individuality. So we have to adapt our training and what we do with our athletes to the specific athlete that we're working with. So a good way to find out about our individual that we are trying to make progress is testing and assessing their strengths and weaknesses. And one very important test that we can do on the court, which with not much equipment, we don't necessarily need to outsource this to a fitness professional. There's very simple things that we can see here is the overhead squat test. Okay, and I'm going to demo this first. Just talk to Sterling so he knows the kind of things that he wants to look for in my overhead squat. So I'm going to head and demonstrate the way we should be doing overhead squat, and then I'm going to start incorporating some mistakes in there in the movements and some things I shouldn't do, and he's going to try to pick up the things that we're looking for that show weaknesses or tightness in certain areas of my body. All right, so we're going to give you the sideways view here first. Okay, so he's going to be looking from the front. I'm going to be starting here with my arms up and going down, staying right here, in about this position right here. Okay, I'm going to have the same position up here with my arms up, going all the way down, and ending in this position right here. Okay, now I'm going to start incorporating a few things that we don't necessarily want our athletes to do, or things that we can pick up that show certain weaknesses in their body. All right, starting again here. All right, so first thing, so I'm going to turn around to show you exactly what you just picked up. As I went down, I'm showing knee valgus. Okay, so my knees are going inwards, which shows that I'm lacking strength in my legs, that I'm tight in my hip flexors. Okay, which means that we're going to have to strengthen this area of the body and also do a lot of stretching around my hips. Okay, next one I'm going to do here. Going down again. So next one I'm going to do here. Exactly. So I'm actually doing two things here, which he's going to see if he watches me from the side. Okay, you guys just saw me do that. He's going to watch me from the side now. I'm going to do the same things again. He's going to pick him up.
Yeah. Getting on your heels.
Right.
Knees are going forward.
Yep.
And you're falling. Your upper body's falling.
Exactly. All right, so two things happen here. I'm falling forward here, right, which indicates that I'm lacking strength in my glutes, and my heels are coming off the ground, okay, which also indicates that I'm lacking strength in my glutes and that my calves are too tight, which indicates that we need to be strengthening this area of the body and stretching the calves. All right? Yep. So now we're going to have now we're going to have Sterling do the overhead squat, and we're going to try to do the best assessment we can. Get with our hands palms inward. Yep. Okay, so the first thing I see here, we're going to turn him around. The first thing I saw here is that his hips are actually going, his feet are not turning, but his hips are turning outwards a little bit here. Okay, which we can see here perfectly. His knees are not completely aligned. But his body, it's a little bit better now, but he's still turning a little bit outwards, okay? Which again indicates the same sort of thing here, tightness in the hips and lack of strength.
I can feel that too.
Right, exactly. So if he can,
it's tight.
Right, exactly. So a lot of the things that are going to happen during those tests too is that your players are going to tell you how they feel. If they feel uncomfortable or if something hurts, you're going to see a lot of things that you can tell from your players, not necessarily that you can just assess, but you can start communicating with them. What feels comfortable, what doesn't feel comfortable, where they hurt, and so on. But you're going to find a lot of things about your players in this way too. Okay, so I'm going to look at it from the side this time. Okay, so one little thing that I can see here, and it's not very apparent, but if you look for it, you can see it, is that his dominant hand is very, very slightly ahead of his non-dominant hand. Okay, so if I'm going to demonstrate this in a very extreme way, it's going to look like this, right? Because I'm lacking flexibility in my rotator cuffs and in my upper back muscles on my dominant hand. My internal rotation is going to be very exaggerated because I'm doing these type of movements all the time, but these not so much. Okay, so when you see your player going down, dominant hand going in this this way, you see that you have a lot of work